I'm Karolina Olamendi. I live in beautiful Southern California in the USA, but I am originally from Poland. And if you don't know where Poland is, it's a really, well, no, it's not a tiny country. It is a pretty good sized country in Central Europe. So that's where I'm originally from, but my life took me all the way across the ocean to America. What I do is I'm the vice president and the chief culture officer with JLM Strategic Talent Partners. It's a really amazing company, and I'll tell you the story of how I even got all the way here and to work with that company. Pretty much what we do is we work in a really exciting industry. It's infrastructure, construction, and transportation. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, construction, how exciting can that be? Well, it really is. So there is just a lot of stuff going on around the world in terms of building our infrastructure, connecting people. So this is essentially what the industry does. But what we do, what my company does, is we place talent in jobs in this industry. We find people careers, we find people entry-level positions that they can thrive and grow and have successful and amazing lives. So with my role specifically, vice president and chief culture officer, it's a lot of titles, right? So I'll break it down for you. So it's actually simple. All I have to worry about all day is making sure that everyone is doing their job on my team. But really more than just that is making sure that everyone is being the best version of themselves every day. So how do I show up for them and make sure that they feel inspired and they feel to be great and they feel that they can push our company and our business forward? When I think about my job, the best part is see the business grow, because we are a small business. We've been around for 10 years and we are a small business, but we have a very ambitious goal. We are a very ambitious business. So seeing us grow every year and getting closer to our goal. So this is the best thing. And another amazing thing is just see people thrive. So like I said, my job is to make sure that everyone can be the best version of themselves every day. And seeing that happen on a daily basis is just so inspiring to me also, because that makes me want to be better every day as well. Now, when I think about the worst thing, it's going to be the opposite of what I just said. So if I see greatness in you, but you don't see that greatness in yourself, I suffer. It's very, sometimes it can get frustrating. As I mentioned to you, I'm from Poland originally. It's a country in Central Europe. Growing up there, I always knew that I wanted something bigger for myself. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to travel. Poland was a communist country when I was born. So there was a lot of restrictions in terms of traveling. We couldn't even go to Western Europe at that time. So it was just a dream, but I knew somehow always deep in my heart and in my soul that it was going to happen. So finally, when an opportunity presented itself, I came to America and I traveled here for graduate school. So I finished my undergraduate degree in Poland in public administration and social science. And then I came to America to study women's studies. Out of all the subjects in the world, it was actually women's studies and women's rights. And I did my second master's degree in human resources. So after graduating, I was a bit lost. Everyone is lost. What do I do with my degree in women's studies? What do I do with my degree in human resources? But somehow universe put everything together. And I got an internship with UNICEF, which is the United Nations Children's Fund in New York, working in human resources, but essentially helping children. So like I said, the universe gave me this opportunity where both my humanitarian and women's studies degree and then my business degree in human resources could be utilized together. So that was the beginning of an amazing journey. I worked with UNICEF in New York for a couple of years. I was an intern first. I did a good job, so they hired me on. So I ended up working for UNICEF in New York, like I said, for 3 years. And my dream was also for a long time since I remember, was to go to Africa. At that time, there was an opportunity for me to go and work with UNICEF in Liberia, in West Africa, for those of you who don't know where it is. So I ended up moving there. I just dropped everything. I was like, this is my dream. I'm going no matter what. No one is stopping me. So I moved there and I lived in West Africa and Liberia for 3 years, working with the local UNICEF office, just hiring good people to come and help the communities and the children in the country. And then eventually I decided that it was time for me to switch my careers and move to private sector. I had no idea what it would look like. I didn't have a plan. What I did know is that I really wanted to move to Southern California. So what I decided, well, let me just go and see what happens. So I left my job with UNICEF. I packed up my bags and I moved to Southern California with one suitcase, with a surfboard in my hand also because I surf, and that was it. And I had no plan, no friends, nothing. But again, you know, the universe works in magic, and I ended up meeting or going to an interview with the owners of the company that I'm working with right now. And we always laugh that it was love at first sight. They're very amazing, inspiring people, and they gave me an opportunity to work with them. And that was 6 years ago. And we are still on this path to growing the company to greatness. I think all of us experienced tremendous personal growth as we are growing the company. So as you can see, my path was not necessarily very defined. There were a lot of changes, but everything in the end, you know, worked out, and I'm here in California. If you are interested in career in my industry, and what I'm going to say, I mean, applies to this industry, but I think it's just in general. I think you just have to be persistent, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe that whatever you dream can happen, because as I just explained my, you know, career path and how different decisions led me to where I am, it was just believing that, you know, my dreams were the only way to go, and respecting yourself and respecting your value. What is interesting about my industry is that it's very male dominated. So we work every day with a lot of tough men. And, you know, as a woman, you have to show up, and to show up, it doesn't mean that you have to be more manly or masculine. What it means is you just have to be aware that you're powerful and believe in your power, and show up as a powerful woman every day.